So today we are going to see some introduction to robotics. So the field of robotics is quite vast. See, you have to learn about multiple branches, I would say. You need to be having a good background of electronics as well as electrical, and you also need a sound knowledge of mechanical as well as computer engineering here in this field. But to get started, you don't need all of it. So you need bits and pieces of everything. So if you are quite good with your core subjects, like if you have a good understanding of physics and you have a sound knowledge about the technology used currently, like you can program a small thing, or maybe if you know tidbits of programming, you can get started with robotics. So I will be guiding you online to how to build your first bot, basically. So this will be a great journey. Let's hope everything goes properly as planned. So for getting started, you need to do a few things. First is buy a microcontroller. Okay, you need a microcontroller at the heart of the project. You see, you don't use a real computer to build a robot. You need something that is quite compact and small, you could say, so that your new robot can be deployed anywhere and everywhere. Other than that, you need some motors to control your bot. Okay, then finally you need to assemble your bot. Okay, and then you have to program it. After programming, your job is done finally. Okay, so for buying a microcontroller, the popular choices are the Intel 51 series or 8051, you can say. So currently the most popular one I would say is 8089S52, the chip by Atmel, which is very commonly used. Or you have PIC variants, you can say PICs, they are most common in the market. And the last thing is Arduino. So what I suggest you begin with is Arduino. Arduino is basically Atmega 328 and 168. These both ICs come in Arduino. Okay, so it has very good digital and analog things. So you can easily interface and create your very own bot very easily on that thing. And also shields, you can say, or complementary hardware for Arduino is readily available. So this could be a best choice you could get. And then I would suggest you would go with Arduino. Most of the stuff I will be showing on this channel will be based on Arduino only. Secondly, you would need motors. So basically motors are very important part of a robot. So you require two types of motors. First is the servo motors. All the motions, like if you see the arm motion or anything, lifting, any kind of motion the robot performs is done using a servo motor. Servo motor allows movement within a fixed angle, you can see. And other is a DC motor. Mostly DC motors would be used for wheels or maybe other mechanism within the robots. So it depends. And also which kind of servo or DC motor we are going to use is dependent on your budget. See, most of the motors, you can say hobbyist motors, if you would buy them from Radio Shack or any of your local store, it would be, I guess it would be costly. So if you could get a motor from your old vehicles or something, like toys or something like that, so that would be a better option. You can use it with any kind of microcontrollers. It is very easy, not really that problematic. So I suggest you hack your old vehicles, or you can say toys, so that you could cut down the budget of motors, because motors are quite costly. Almost each motor costs around 10 to 12 bucks around it is. So I suggest you to hack your old vehicles, that will be better. So how to assemble? See, most of the stuff here in assembling is not really easy. See, you need to have a real good background in this thing. So when you start out, you might miss out most of the things. If you connect the motors to belts or conveyors or something anything like that, so most of the stuff won't work. See, the parts might dismantle, fall out, but that's not the end of it. You have to reconnect those stuff and see if it works. It's not really easy, and you cannot achieve it in a single day or two. So it would be take. I suggest you take 4 to 6 months to build a single bot, so that you could give 100% and you could build a really good bot. So apart from this, you should know about basic mechanisms that are used, like levers, pulleys, also some basics about gears. See, you get ready-made gears in hobby shops if you could visit one. So that are necessary for your robotic motions. You see, so we'll be covering that also. But just for now, this is the introductory video. Okay, and finally, programming your bot. So this is definitely an important part because programming requires rigor, as most of the people say. But no, it's really a fun thing to do it. And if you are clear about what you're building, then it would be easy for you to program. See, most of the people would say you need to learn multiple languages to program or something like that. But no, I would suggest if you are good at assembly and C, it will be more than enough. You could even build a Robocop out of it. So most probably I would suggest you learn only C and assembly, and that's it. You are ready to go, and you could start building your own bot. So we'll meet next time in the next video.